Welcome to this week's edition of Tech Sunday Funday. We're halfway through December and I was expecting there to be no tech news at all. But here we are with another busy week of tech, with Apple Silicon beating chips from Intel, and 3D monitors from Lenovo, and well, you're just gonna have to watch the rest of the video to find out. Let's kick it off with iOS and tvOS updates from Apple. Apple's big software updates are normally reserved for big product launches like a new iPhone or a new MacBook, but their latest software updates for iPhone and Apple TV are a bigger deal than you might think. Let's start with iOS 17.2, which brings these features: a new journaling app, spatial video capture, new action button options, and Qi2 charging support. Apple's Journal app was announced way back at their yearly developers conference, WWDC, and it's finally here. It's designed to make journaling a little easier and accessible by providing useful prompts to get you started, and by drawing from the wealth of data stored on your phone, including locations you've visited, photos you've taken, songs that you've listened to, and your workouts to enrich your journal entries. Next up is spatial video recording, which is exclusive to the new iPhone 15 Pros. This feature is targeted towards the upcoming Vision Pro, Apple's first mixed reality headset. Using your iPhone's main camera and ultra-wide camera, you can capture a video that, when paired with a Vision Pro, feels three-dimensional with layers of depth. The idea being that you can immerse yourself in memories rather than watching a flat 2D video. Unfortunately, until the Vision Pro comes out, there's no way to really experience this, as these videos just appear two-dimensional on your iPhone. You can enable spatial video on the new iPhone 15 Pros now with the latest update. The action button has become one of my favorite features of the new iPhone 15 Pro. For me, I just have it to access the camera quickly, but you can do so much more with it. And in the latest update, there's an additional option. You can now assign the action button to quickly translate phrases at the press of a button. So if you're traveling abroad, you can quickly press a button and translate a conversation without the awkwardness of getting your phone out, typing in a phrase, getting a response, and that back and forth interaction. Finally, the update enables Qi2 charging on older iPhones such as the 13 and 14. This allows non-MagSafe certified wireless chargers to match the charging speed of MagSafe, which is fantastic because you can likely grab a Qi2 wireless charger for a lot less than a MagSafe certified one. Now onto the TV side of things. tvOS 17.2 has a couple of notable new features, including a redesigned Apple TV app and support for 3D movies. The Apple TV app now features a sidebar with content from Apple services and streaming services that integrate with the app. This allows you to quickly jump from different sections of the app and to search for content quickly. Also new is support for 3D movies for the upcoming Vision Pro. I'm not sure whether this feature actually translates for anyone who still owns a 3D TV. My excitement for this is a 6 out of 10. Notably, it's the Journal app and the Vision Pro related features that have me excited. I think the Journal app is a thoughtful and proactive way to promote both wellness and reflection. And integration with all of your iPhone's data make this a journaling app I might actually want to keep using in the future. As for the Vision Pro related features, while we can't appreciate these yet, it does make me excited for what's to come. If you're enjoying these videos, by the way, a like and subscribe would be delightful. Loewe? Now I'm sure it's not the last one. Is a premium audiovisual company that makes some pretty striking TVs and speakers. Their latest product is a stereo amplifier called the Multi-Room Amp, and continues the trend of the Just Add Speakers amplifiers, like the Sonos Amp or the recent WeM Amp, which means it has everything you need to start enjoying your tunes, and all you need to do is add speakers. The Multi-Room Amp supports AirPlay, Google Chromecast, Spotify Connect, and DTS Play-Fi, so you're pretty much covered regardless of what music streaming services you use. One of the key selling points of amplifiers like this is versatility, and the Multi-Room Amp is no exception. It supports multi-room audio, CD and vinyl players via RCA and USB inputs, and has an HDMI port for TV use. As for power, it comes in spades, with 1,200 watts of power. This seems too good to be true. For those wanting surround sound, the amplifier integrates with Loewe's existing suite of speakers, including their soundbar and home cinema range of speakers. If you want to grab one of these amplifiers, it costs £999 or 999 euros. Okay, my excitement level for this is a 6 out of 10. It's really great to see more of these plug and play style amplifiers, but the Loewe amp has some serious competition from the likes of the Sonos amp and the recent WeAm amp, which only costs £299 and offers much of the same capability of a system like the multi-room amp. Figma is a collaborative user interface design tool, and it's one I've used comprehensively over the last few years. However, it is an application that has lots of features and lots of tools to get to grips with. The latest collaboration with WorkLouder, a high-end PC peripheral maker, might just make these tools and features a little bit easier to get to grips with, or at the very least make you more productive when using them. The Figma Creator Micro is essentially a small mechanical keyboard that has pre-configured shortcuts for Figma, such as object alignment, spacing controls, shape creation, undo redo, and organization of layers. The design is colorful and playful to match Figma's branding, and is equipped with 12 keys and 2 dials to trigger shortcuts. The Creator Micro can also be reprogrammed to work with any piece of software, using WorkLouder's remapping software. The Figma Creator Micro is available to pre-order now for $139 and goes on sale in the first half of the new year. My excitement is a 7 out of 10. I love tools that are designed to make you more productive, and the Figma Creator Micro looks to do that in a beautifully designed package. However, with its high pricing, it goes against some other excellent tools, such as the Elgato Stream Deck, which can also be programmed to achieve a similar result, while also having much more capability. Over the last couple of weeks, as we approach closer to the end of the year, we've seen numerous companies provide end-of-year recaps to summarize insights and analytics of our yearly usage. While these yearly recaps have predominantly featured in music streaming apps such as Spotify, Apple Music, and YouTube Music, it seems that gaming companies want a little slice of the action. And this week, PlayStation, Xbox, and Nintendo have all provided yearly recaps for the gamers out there. Starting with PlayStation, their 2023 wrap-up includes your top games of the year, God of War Ragnarok for me, because it was incredible. It also provides you with your gaming style, numbers of hours played, and some suggested games to play. At the end, there's also some insight cards to share with your friends. Xbox is probably the least engaging of the yearly overviews, with a very generic, simple one-page overview, with a tally of hours, games, and points you've earned over the year. For me, it seems my most played game was GTA 5. Just because I'm prepping for the recently announced GTA 6. Additionally, Xbox's summary does also break down your top genres, but there isn't any insight that feels particularly personalized like PlayStation's gaming style. Nintendo Year in Review is very similar, offering insights on your top games, Zelda Tears of the Kingdom for me, although I didn't get very far in it. It also summarizes your favorite genres, which months you played the most games in, and like PlayStation, there are shareable insight cards. All of these end-of-year summaries are available now. My excitement is a 7 out of 10. While I really enjoyed these end-of-year summaries, I wish they were a little bit more personalized and nuanced in their insight. I just felt that the data they were providing was very generic and very surface level. I think the PlayStation wrap-up was my favorite. This is mainly because of the presentation style and the glimpse of a slightly deeper personalization. I'd love to know what your favorite games were this year, and what you would want from these end-of-year gaming summaries in the future. Nomad are a luxury accessory maker, and they primarily make accessories for Apple products. Their latest product is a 3-in-1 charger for your iPhone, your Apple Watch, your AirPods, and is called the Stand One Max. I love these 3-in-1 chargers. They just make life so convenient. Instead of having a mess of cables and chargers, you just have to plug in one thing and you can charge all of your devices. I personally have a Belkin 3-in-1 charger and I use it every day. The Stand One Max is capable of fast charging your iPhone and Apple Watch, and with an additional 5-watt charging pad, it allows you to charge a pair of AirPods or any pair of earphones that charge wirelessly. This is nothing new, but what sets the Stand One Max stand apart is its luxury build and finish. It's crafted from high quality metal and glass instead of the plasticky builds we've become accustomed to. The design though, it does have one peculiar flaw. If you want to use standby mode on your iPhone, which basically turns your iPhone into a smart home hub, you can't charge the watch at the same time. If you want one of these, well, you're gonna have to empty your wallet because it costs $180. There seems to be a trend of open ear earbuds at the moment. These type of earbuds just sit in your ear rather than going deep inside of your canal. This leaves you open to being able to hear the world around you. Huawei is the latest company to join this trend with the Huawei Freeclip. Instead of using an ear hook or wings like its competitors, it has a very interesting take on the way it attaches to your ear. The name kind of gives it away. Not surprisingly, it clips around your ear, with the battery on one side and the earbud on the other. Supposedly, this is meant to be a lot more comfortable for longer use, and doesn't get in the way if you're a glasses wearer like me. As for how it sounds, it's anybody's guess. But traditionally, open-ear earbuds have not sounded as good as in-ear ones. They're rated for IP54 water and dust resistance, which is to say they should be fine for a workout and light drizzle. The earbuds have an 8-hour battery life, and this is supplemented with a case which has 36 hours of total battery. They're on sale now for £180. Excitement is a 4 out of 10. I think that this kind of product is only really useful for if you're working out a lot and you want an awareness of the environment, or you really find in-ear earphones uncomfortable. By all measures, maybe except comfort, I think a pair of in-ear wireless earphones, like the AirPods Pro or Nothing Ear 2, will serve most people better. They'll have better sound quality, and they will definitely have better noise cancelling. Intel hasn't been the market leader they once used to be for a while now, with fierce competition from AMD and Apple Silicon just being stupidly powerful and efficient. Intel has been playing catch up. In recent years, you could say Intel has caught up on the performance side of things, but at the expense of efficiency. And if you're a laptop user, buying an Intel chip always meant terrible battery life. Long story short, their latest chips, the Intel Core Ultra series, seem to be a huge jump in the right direction. They're claiming the Ultra chip offers better multi-core performance compared to Apple Silicon and AMD's chips, much better efficiency than previous generation chips, and integrated graphics that are almost double for performance compared to the previous generation. In addition to this, all of the new Intel CPUs will come with a neural processing unit for local AI-powered tasks. They're partnering with many software companies like Adobe, Blackmagic Design, Zoom, and more to take advantage of the local AI power. So this could be really powerful depending on which developers jump on board. The new Ultra chips should be available in Windows laptops coming very soon. If you want a more detailed deep dive on the latest Intel chips, then check out Dave TD's excellent video on this. My excitement is a 7 out of 10. Competition is a great thing for any market, and it pushes companies to do better and greater, and we as a consumer can reap the rewards. If you're in the market for a new laptop, well, now Intel can be a viable option if you care about battery life. This isn't something that was true just a year ago. Who said 3D was dead? I actually think it's making a little bit of a comeback. Last week we had the Looking Glass Go, which was bringing holograms into the real world. And now this week, Lenovo has a 27-inch glasses-free 3D monitor. Very exciting times indeed. The Lenovo ThinkVision 27 uses lenticular lenses, real-time eye tracking, and clever software to render glasses-free 3D content. Although it should be noted, when displaying 3D content, the resolution drops to 1920 by 2160. Outside of the 3D magic, the monitor itself is pretty mediocre, with a 60Hz screen, 310 nits brightness, and a 99% DCI-P3 color accuracy rating. This 3D magic does not come cheap, with the ThinkVision 27 retailing for $3,000. My excitement for this is a 5 out of 10. I really want to love this product, and the idea of genuinely good glasses-free 3D is very exciting, but I'm gonna have to see it to believe it. I guess my last experience of glasses-free 3D was the Nintendo 3DS, which was fine, albeit that was many years ago. Saying that, if it is really as good as they say it is, I can see this being incredible for 3D product designers or augmented reality app designers. Just seeing your objects floating in space in front of you without having to wear anything, that's pretty cool. Xbox Game Pass is arguably the gaming industry's biggest bargain, offering a catalogue of hundreds of games for a relatively affordable price. And the cherry on top is Xbox Cloud Gaming, which allows you to play this catalogue wherever you are in the world. Now, Xbox Cloud Gaming is coming to the Meta Quest 2, 3 and Pro headsets. Why settle playing cloud games on a tiny little phone screen when you can play it on a giant floating screen in virtual reality? I don't think the screens in any of the Meta Quest headsets are as good as a nice big OLED TV, but you can't carry a big old TV with you when you're traveling, and sometimes you just want to play games in bed. You can also pair an Xbox controller to your Quest headset for the authentic Xbox experience. My excitement for this is a 7 out of 10. I've always believed in the promise of cloud gaming, and I think we're in a very exciting time in gaming, where we're able to play games in so many ways, whether it's a traditional console experience, on our phones, on a dedicated handheld, or in a VR headset. We have so much choice, and that's a great thing. So that's your tech news for the week. What piece of technology excited you most? Well, for me, it was probably the Intel Ultra chips. Not the chips themselves, but the promise of where competition will push the industry forwards. Anyway, that's everything, and I'll catch you in the next one.